the channel. I decided, one, I finally woke up at 5:30. It probably looks like I did because I look kind of tired. But I decided as I'm getting ready for work this morning, I could just talk through a few things around dating. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, since I just got out the shower, lotioned my body, my skin has been extremely dry lately because of just the weather here. I completely switched my skincare routine, and so I'm using this face wash by CeraVe for very dry skin. Even though my skin is combination oily, it is very dry skin right now. And then for moisturizer, I went ham with the Cetaphil, and it's moisturizing cream for very dry to dry sensitive skin. So I'm using some of this. I'm also mixing in my SPF, and so I can show you how I'm doing that. So I really like this Bliss SPF. It's 30. It's got a little bit on there like that. And then I just got some like this, and then I'm just gonna mix it together. Just got my eyebrows done yesterday too, so. And like randomly my eyelids are so dry. Well, it's just such a weird thing, but not weird at the same time because I just live in a much colder, drier climate than Texas, so gotta get on board. Okay, we're setting up the play here. Is this gonna be a morning routine? I don't know. My go-to for my everyday work makeup look is this primer, this Smart Shade Foundation by Almay, this Nude Sticks Tinted Blur Foundation Stick. This is like my bronzing stick. And then I'm trying to use up the rest of this concealer by Givenchy. Tint Couture Everywhere concealer. Highlight, and then just my usual. This is my holy trinity of eyebrow products here. Anastasia Beverly Hills, Elf, and then my tried and true mascara. Setting spray. I have a little mini one because I ran out of my full size one. And then I'm just gonna keep it simple with my Glossier Monochrome Palette Antique. And this is my setting powder. Just wanted to run through all of that really quick. Because that's what I'm using. That's what I'm using. Okay. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. Let's talk about boys. Like, I feel like, okay, I just finished like Sex and the City again for the millionth time, but every time I rewatch it, I catch different things, which is very interesting. But besides that, one, I was just starting it off just to say that, like, it's just like my friends were like in our 30, like either just turned 30, I just turned 30, or mid 30s. So that's my friend group range right now in New York. It's like perfect because I think any younger or older, I just wouldn't be able to connect as much as well. But yeah, I just wanted to talk through like how I've just been way more focused when it comes to dating. And it's because I just took the same approach as I did whenever I was looking for a new career move. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows really fast. Okay, one sec. Okay, eyebrows done. I always love doing my eyebrows as soon as right after I get them done. But anyway, so yeah, I took the time, because I didn't even start dating whenever I was first like moved to New York. It was just too much, just too overwhelming. But I did write down, I did feel like I went through several iterations of what I was looking for, because I did have a lot of downtime. It's challenging to talk about dating, because you sound like a dating guru, but it's not even that. It's just like, here's what I did, and this is what helped me. And I just become more focused on the type of people I was dating, and not just feel like I'm just dating everyone. And so I just focused on a couple of categories that were really important to me: spirituality, career, family, and values. So I think like if he hits those main like points, then I feel comfortable living my life aligned with this person. And like wherever we go, it's not even like, oh, he has to want to stay in New York or he has to want to move to Texas. It's just like wherever I go, my home and my security and my safety and just like home and whatever that looks like is with this person. If we have a family, like that's our space. And so I broke it down to those categories. I'm gonna start with values because I think that is very important. And it should be, because how else do you know if you're aligned with someone if your values aren't even the same? And so of course I'm like, I came from this conservative Christian background, and although I'm not like, I know people hear conservative and they think one thing, but like it's more of just like, I just grew up homeschooled. I grew up going to church like twice a week. I really like my upbringing. I think it really shaped who I was today, and I'm just like how my mom raised my siblings and I. Like I like how we were raised and how we navigated life and how we were taught to be kind to people and be like peacemakers and all of that. And so just aligning with someone who's also kind of have that conservative, like, I wouldn't want to say like religious, but like that religious background is like a big one for me, because it kind of just, I'm like, okay, then a lot of things will somewhat like align with that person. And of course, guys, this has nothing to do with freaking politics. Like, let's not all have a conniption, because right now I'm not even just thinking about myself. Like, I think I'll probably have like getting into a relationship, getting married, having kids, like that timeline is like, it's not like accelerated, but I feel like it's a little bit accelerated because I'm already 30. So now I'm thinking of not just myself and like, who do I want to get married to? I'm also thinking of like, who do I want to raise children with? And if I have that similar like background, and it's like the value alignment is also there. Of course, you have to ask these questions, because some people could have moved like completely far away from that area of of their life, even if that was what they were when they were younger. And so but yeah, that's for me, that's a biggie. And then finances and career kind of align in the same space. So what I wrote down is like, as an example, I want my household income to equal $400,000. I live in the state of New York. I live in New York City. It's expensive. Raising kids here will be an expense that I can't even fathom anymore, because I am more used to like Texas, and I kind of can gauge what that is. But here, I'm like, I don't know. I just know it's going to be a lot. So having a combined household income of like 400K, whatever, however that shakes out, like, I'm like, that's a good starting point. In my head, if I want to raise my children the way I want to raise them. And so yeah, so that was like another thing. And like a career path, there's just certain careers, I like men in certain career paths that I don't date. I can name a few, but it's not even like this is me personally. Like, I don't date firefighters, police officers, lawyers, doctors, like firefighters and police officers. It's just a lot with the, like, anyone in the military. Like, it's just a lot with the with their line of work. I don't really want to go through the emotional distress. Lawyers, doctors, I've just never really been, like, again, there's like a variety of stressors that come with like dating a person within that field. I usually just gravitate towards tech, and maybe it's just because like that's just the field I'm most familiar with, and it provides like this level of stability and consistency that I want within a family dynamic. And yes, like, even if he's working late sometimes, it's just like, it just provides this stability and consistency. And I just tend, like, in the men that work in that field, I tend to like just connect a little bit more with. And it probably helps because I'm also in that field. I don't really date artistic people. Excuse me. Teachers, musicians, artists, like, we gotta think consistent energy. So that's just like a little snapshot into that. So what I do look for are your like software engineers, your data analysts, your program project product managers, civil engineers, like any type of engineer. Who else? That's kind of it. Did I say data analyst? Like those financial, like finances is fine. But I think that's basically it. And then to move to the other things, like physically, he's taking care of himself, or he's like on that path. Physical health is like a huge one for me because my family has a lot of like health problems, health challenges within the family line. So if like you just don't, and then also it's like, if we want to have kids, I want you to be around to help raise those kids and stuff, you know? And so taking care of yourself is a big one. Ambitious, driven, kind, caring and attentive. Like, I've been on some dates with this new guy, and the feeling of like knowing that everything is good because he's there, and like you just feel really calm. It is unmatched to feel that way around someone that you really like. And so I don't even know how to explain it. You just feel so like at peace, and you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about anything because this person's here with me. I love that. And then financially savvy, like that's a huge one. Like will take care of the finances, take care of the family in that way, and also align with like making sure our kids are like taken care of. You know, it's not just this like, you know, we're barely making it by. It's like that's where the combined income comes in. And I think eventually I want to like not work and focus on my kids, like raising my kids. But I don't know. I feel like I got myself to this level in my career, and I'm working at an amazing company, and just like we actually talked about this on our last date of like, how do we view like basically like money when it comes to raising a family. And I'm like, I don't know where my role will take me, but I know like all I know as an example is like my dad he was the main provider of the house. My mom was at home raising us. Like she homeschooled all four of us. And then once we were off to college, she, you know, went back to work, but she's not like the main contributor to the household. And my brother is the same way. I just feel like I'm in a different position because I'm like a high earning person. And I also like am wanting to stay in this role because of, of course love my career, but also there's personal reasons. Like the healthcare is amazing. So I'm not going to quit my job before I have like kids and stuff. And I'm like in the position to like show up for my family in different ways. And also be able to provide a more elevated life for my family because of like the job that I have. So it's like that's where I'm at. I'm like, I want to be able to provide for my kids. I want to be able to contribute to the household as much as possible, and then figure out a way, like once we're done having kids, like how else should I show up. So I'm trying to perfect that answer. Hopefully that came across well. I said it much better here than I did in the taxi. Oh, and then like there's some like supplementary things like living. I thought I was gonna live in Austin forever. And as you know, I don't live there anymore. I live in New York City. And so now that I'm here and I'm past that thought process or fear of like, wow, I can never leave because this isn't, I don't want to live anywhere else, but now I'm living somewhere else and actually really, really like it here. And so one of the things was like, I would love to explore raising a family here, but then maybe like moving a little ways out. At the end of the day, this is where it comes in. I was like, if I find my partner and my husband here, and it's a very like I'm compatible with him. Like, of course, if he's my husband, I would hope I'm compatible. But like, I just want to be where he's at, with the exception of like moving to like Missouri or something like that. But you know what I mean? It's like I don't need to force moving anywhere because like at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm with you. I just want to be in a great area and have like a place where my kids can go to a great school. We live in a really good neighborhood and it's not like anything scary. Like I just want to live a really prosperous life. And so it's more so like as long as the communication is available for us to discuss like where we land, I'm just fine with living here. I'm not even just fine. I was like, I think that I will be here for a while. Or unless I can convince him to move back to Austin. That would be my only thing. My only place is like going back to Austin. That's really it. And so place is not like a huge, like, yeah, being aligned on like where you live is a big thing. So, and then, yeah, like I think those are my major focus points: values and background, career and finances, of course family. Like, do you want a family? I think values and career and finances equals like family. Of course, figure out what you want. I want to have 4 kids. Values, family, finances, career path, health and wellness, and then places to live. I think those are just like the main things. Like, write down, like, what do you want in a person? Write those things down. Be very specific about it. I'm like, total household income, 400K. That's 200K each, or however that shakes out. I don't know your career. I know mine and know where I can contribute. Like, know how much you want to contribute, know how many kids you want, know how long you want to work. All of these things is like, it's at the forefront of my mind. Let's go ahead and talk about it so we're not like, excuse my French, just fucking around and wasting each other's time, Because in my head, I'm like, I don't have like another 2.5-year relationship that I just want to like blow through. Like, if we're not the match, then let's move on. Like, I'm not gonna just be in this like thing indefinite, like just this thing. Like, everyone's like so obsessed with like talking about their situationships. I'm like, I don't want to talk about a situationship. That's so juvenile. Situationships are for people that lack direction and lack asking for what they want and going after what they want. Because if that, you're just settling and you're so caught up in like trying to make this person your person, but like you truly lack going after what you want and accepting the fact that this person isn't it and letting it go. Blocking. But y'all would rather go and have some fun story to tell at brunch every Sunday. I don't really care for that. I don't do casual relationships. It's like you're here or you're being faded out and eventually kind of like cut off if you keep being annoying. So get serious with your stuff. Like, get serious with it. I got serious with my whole career and my life at 28. I got serious about it. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I want better for myself. And so, want better for yourself and go after it. Write it down and go after it. And keep your eyes peeled, And if they're not meeting your expectations, then bye. Like, it's really like, when I say it's not that hard, it just isn't that hard. It's about what you truly want. So I know what I truly want. I know. And like, I've been meeting those people. I've been meeting those guys because I've just been like focused on that. I'm not been desperate and like, oh my God, let me just, I'm not on the dating apps. I just meet them out in the wild because I think dating apps are fine, but it just multiplies your ability to meet more people in a shorter time frame. But yeah, do whatever you gotta do, but just be very like protective of your time and your space. But yeah, hopefully that helps. I'll show you the final look whenever I'm done getting ready for the day. But yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, so I hope this video helps. just as you are. I don't know, actually I do know. I need to stop saying I don't know. Anyway, I hope this video helps as you're just thinking through your dating life, just as you get super specific and granular about the other things that you're doing in life. Do the same thing for your partner and what you're looking for, because the broader you are with like, I just want to find a man who's kind and does what? Provides for the family that you want, you build together. Like, what is it that you want exactly? And so I just hope that talking through my process and how I'm viewing things is what's the word? It's like, it just helps you think through things differently as well. So yeah, that is the video for today. Hopefully it wasn't too weird. Like I don't think I've ever filmed in the morning. Actually, I think I have before. I was doing like my morning routine or something like that. But yeah, but here's my outfit for today for work. I'm just doing this, let me see if this translates well. But I'm doing this like taupe, like turtleneck, some gold jewelry on, and then you can't really see it, but I just have like these wool blend trousers and my white sneakers, and that's basically it. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, good luck out there in the dating world. It's tough, but you know, you can make it fun. I try to make it fun. But yeah, talk to you later. Bye.